school, he cleaned cars, carried heavy bags in the market, and helped shop owners to earn a few coins. Let me tell you a story about how this 12 years old boy made it to college upon living on the street. 12-year-old Daniel spread an old piece of cardboard on the cold sidewalk. The street was his bedroom. The stars were his roof. The sound of cars and people became the song that helped him sleep. Years earlier, Daniel had lost both of his parents in a road accident. With no close family to care for him, he ended up living on the streets. Some days he found food in trash bins. Other days, kind strangers shared a meal with him. But many nights, he went to bed hungry. Even in the hardest times, Daniel never gave up on one dream. "I will go to college one day," he whispered to himself every night. People laughed when they heard him. "A street boy? College? That will never happen," they said. Their words hurt him, but they did not break him. Every morning, Daniel woke up before sunrise. He washed his face with water from a public tap and walked to the local school. He had no proper uniform and no school bag. His notebooks were old and torn, but he protected them like treasure. He studied with all his heart. After school, he cleaned cars, carried heavy bags in the market, and helped shop owners to earn a few coins. He used the little money to buy food and school supplies. When the street lights came on at night, they became his reading lamp. Rainy nights were the hardest. His books got wet, and his cardboard bed turned into a muddy mess. Sometimes he cried quietly, asking why life had been so unfair. Still, the next morning he stood up again. One afternoon, his teacher noticed that Daniel looked weak and tired. She followed him after school and was shocked to discover that he lived on the street. She could not hold back her tears. The teacher spoke to a local charity, and together they found Daniel a safe place to stay. They helped him with clothes, books, and food. For the first time in many years, Daniel slept in a real bed. His life became a little easier, but he never stopped working hard. Years passed. Daniel finished high school with some of the highest grades in his class. His story touched many people, and a generous scholarship paid for his college education. On the day he received his college admission letter, he held it tightly in his hands. Tears rolled down his face. He remembered the cold nights, the empty stomach, the cardboard bed, and the people who told him he would never succeed. Now he had proved them wrong. When Daniel walked through the college gates for the first time, he looked up at the sky and smiled. "This is for you, Mom and Dad," he whispered. He studied hard and graduated with honors. Later, he became a social worker who helped homeless children return to school. Whenever he met a child sleeping on the street, he would kneel beside them and say, "Never stop believing. I once slept where you are sleeping now. If I could make it, you can too." Daniel's story spread across the country and gave hope to thousands of children. His journey showed that where you sleep does not decide your future. Courage, hope, and hard work can open doors that once seemed impossible. And every time he looked at the stars, he remembered the nights when they were the only roof he had, and smiled because they had watched him rise from the streets to college. End of the story. Please, if you have seen this story interesting, hit the subscribe button and share